Okay, so again, welcome to everyone. We're delighted that you've decided to take your lunch hour to join us to hear about artificial intelligence. I'm really excited about it, and I hope you are too. But before we get into that, I'd like to give you a little bit of information about SCORE. My name is Anita Kayat. I am a SCORE mentor in the Cleveland chapter. As you may know, SCORE has the largest network of free volunteer small business mentors in the nation. And we are able to help you because we have over 10,000 mentors across the country. If we don't have someone who's an expert in your area, we can tap into that network and find somebody who is. Our mission is to foster vibrant small business communities, and we do that through mentoring and education. We hope that you, as a small business owner, have the opportunity and the resources to be successful. We know that small businesses drive the economy. Well over 95% of businesses are small businesses. So we appreciate all of you who are willing and interested in adding to that group. We have people from all different walks of life. We're proud that 10% of our entrepreneurs are veterans, and more than half are women. So many women are starting businesses these days, and we're very pleased about that. These are some statistics from our chapter. As you see, we cover along Lake Erie from Huron and Erie County in the west, all the way through to Ashtabula in the east. Our work is supported by the Small Business Administration, but also by many of the businesses in the Cleveland area that are interested in making sure that your small business is successful, so that we are able to deliver all of our services at no cost to you. Just a reminder, you've probably heard that we're doing a networking event called SCORE Cleveland Connect on September 7th from 5:30 to 7:30. It is for anyone who has a SCORE mentor, and you will have an opportunity to meet and greet with other small business owners as well as many of the mentors. So if you haven't signed up yet, feel free to do so. Go to our website and you'll find a link for that purpose. This is a snapshot of our website. As you can see, you can find a mentor, you can take a workshop, and there are many other resources on the website, templates for business plans, financial plans, marketing plans, many articles and blogs. So when you have time, take a few minutes and access the website. And now I am going to stop sharing, and I'm going to turn it over to Raja Natarajan, who is from the New Jersey chapter. And we're so excited to have him talk to us about artificial intelligence. So Raja, by all means, go ahead.
Okay. Thank you, Anita. This is my privilege to be talking to you all this afternoon, talk to so many distinguished entrepreneurs and senior executives, and that too on a topic that is trending high today, namely artificial intelligence. So in terms of what we are going to cover, it is designed more like not so much as a presentation, but more hands-on. Let's see how to use AI tools to create or to do several of the activities that we do on a daily basis. I do have a couple of slides up front, but I'll be brief with them. And we will walk through several applications and how to use AI to do that. It's more like a demo rather than a presentation. And no prior knowledge is assumed. So we'll start from a place where everyone will feel comfortable using these AI tools. And we cover a wide spectrum of applications. So hopefully it will cover many applications. Like any other overnight sensation, AI also took decades to be created. Even though we all know, most of us know AI or came to know of AI first towards the end of last year when OpenAI launched ChatGPT. But it took many decades to create that, and many technologies had to come together to make that happen. This slide I'm not going to spend a lot of time on, but highlights several technologies that came together to make AI happen. And each one of them took decades to be trained, to make perfect, and so on. And towards the end of last year, it was ready for a public launch. The one big fear that I've always read about and heard about is AI is going to take my job away. I want you to walk away from this presentation and be convinced that AI is your friend, not your enemy. It's not going to AI won't replace humans, but humans with AI knowledge, with AI, with the capability to use AI, will replace humans who don't have that capability. You don't have to take my word for it. In fact, I copied this from the last edition of Harvard Business Review that came out beginning of this month. It's an interesting article on with the same heading: AI won't replace humans, but humans with AI will replace humans without AI. So I want you to think of AI as your friend, and as you will see in the next several minutes, you'll see how you can benefit from the AI-based tools. We'll start with a short video. Let's see, give me a second. There is sound, but for some reason I can't get the sound to come through the Zoom because I'm using the phone as my microphone. With AI, you can create literally anything. And as you'll see in the next several minutes, it's very easy to use, and any one of us can use it, regardless of your line of business or profession. You know, from freelancers to complete enterprises, AI will help you work smarter, faster, and easier. And what we are going to cover is a variety of AI-based tools. There are literally, most people know about AI equals ChatGPT. But there are literally hundreds, if not thousands, of AI-based tools. ChatGPT is probably the most popular among them. Google has a competitor to ChatGPT called Bard, and I've been playing with both. And in some areas, Bard is slightly better than ChatGPT, and in some other areas, it's catching up to ChatGPT. But it's good, always good to have competition. Bard is a good competitor to ChatGPT. So whatever you're trying to do with ChatGPT, please be sure to try it with the Bard as well, see what works better. Like I said, there's a variety of tools here. I want to just point out a couple of things. Wonder Chat is an excellent tool to create a chatbot for your own website. You can train it to be your chatbot. It'll answer questions related to your company and so on. It's like the little thing that shows up in the bottom of the screen and when you go to some of the websites. I also want to point out another, if you don't want to be bothered with using AI and learning about AI, there are companies that offer it as a service. Supertasker is one of them. I put that here because it is being developed by one of the SCORE clients here in New Jersey. And we will start looking at the applications right away. And please feel free to, Anita, if you cannot hear me or see properly on the screen, please do feel free to stop me. The first application that I want to use AI for is a task that most of us have done at some time or another and have spent quite a bit of time creating presentations. There are many tools you can use to create a presentation. And the one I'm going to use here is called Tome, Tome.app. There are many others, Presentation AI, Slides AI, Beautiful.ai, and probably 100 more that fall into that category. Towards the end of the presentation, I will also show how you can find, for a given task, the applications that are available to you, AI-based applications that are available. Some of them have a free version, some of them you have to pay some amount of money to use, but I'll show you how to find a variety of applications for each of the tasks that you're attempting to do. So in AI lingo, the command you give to the AI tool is called the prompt. Prompt writing is an art by itself, but the good thing is, and a very important thing to remember, is that AI is conversational. It is unlike doing a Google search. Think of, when you're dealing with AI, think of it as though you're talking to a consultant, talking to a human being. You can give it a first prompt, create a presentation, or whatever prompt you're going to type in the AI prompt bar, and it'll come back with some things. And if you don't like what it did or you want it to do more, you tell it to do more, just like you would tell a human being. Oh, can you tweak this part of the presentation? Can you, or change this, and so on. So it's very important to remember it's not one question and one answer. It is conversational. I have to jump between PowerPoint and my web browser here, so just bear with me for a second. So let's enable this. So Tome is accessed through your web browser, tome.app. And you can either sign in or they let you try Tome. And what I've done here is I can go into Tome here and say, try Tome, and it'll bring me to a bar. And there I'm going to type in, give me a second, the command that I was using was create a presentation on launching a new athletic shoe brand. And what it comes back with, it'll take a minute or two to do that. So I'm not doing it in real time. I've already done that. It comes back with these set of slides. Step up your, it gave me a nice opening tagline, step up your game, unveiling the latest athletic shoe from brand Mikey. It gives an outline for the presentation, includes some images, everything you can modify as needed. And it gives very relevant text. It is as though you're launching the product. It talks about inspiration behind the shoe design, features and benefits, testimonials, and what's available, and kind of where to buy. So as you can see here, it has given you what would have taken someone probably an hour or two to create. This, it'll do it in a matter of 1 or 2 minutes. And it gives you an outline and a placeholder for a lot of things that you may need to go back and tweak to your specific needs, but it gives you the framework for you to start building. So try different prompts, try different presentations. I'll show you some other examples that I've tried. I have a psychologist as a friend, and we were playing with this, and he said, "Oh, can it make a presentation on psychopharmacology?" I can't even say the word, so obviously I don't know anything about it. And it came back with a beautiful presentation. He liked it as a practicing psychiatrist. I knew nothing about it, but it gave me a lot of information. I could become an actor and present this as though I'm a psychologist or psychiatrist. So it's just to give you an example of what it can do. And there are many applications that will do similar things. I'll show you at the end how to find these applications. So the next activity I want to use AI for is to create a marketing program. The prompt, which is the command I give to AI, is create a marketing program for a food truck business with an emphasis on social media. You can use ChatGPT, MakerBox, Intently, Virtual CMO, and one of many other applications. I've used ChatGPT for our demo here. If I ChatGPT, where did ChatGPT go? Sorry, give me a second. There's too many windows open. So, sorry, I can do it in real time here. I take this command, go to ChatGPT, say new. And by the way, I'm using the free version of ChatGPT. I also have the GPT-4, which I'm not using in this login. So all you do is type in the prompt here, create a marketing program for a food truck business with an emphasis on social media. And it instantly comes back with what you can do. So you can see it came back with a bunch of comprehensive stuff. It even gave me a name for a food truck, Flavor Fusion Food Truck. It's the name of the truck. I didn't make it, the ChatGPT made that up. I could have given it a name and it'll use that name. And it tells me where to start. If I'm a food truck business person, I may not know enough about social media and so on. So it gives me good ideas on where to start, where to do the advertising, what to do, contests, giveaways, customer loyalty program, and so on. Let's say this is interesting, but I want some actionable items that I can do on Facebook and Instagram. So this is conversational. It builds on the previous conversation and adds to that. So for someone who knows nothing about Facebook and Instagram, even for someone who knows a lot about it, this may be giving a list of things to do. So very, very useful in my opinion. Okay, so moving on. Creating a slogan. This is also something where people in marketing have had to do, product managers have had to do for product launches. The application I'm using here is copy.ai. You can also use ChatGPT or Bard, Brand Buzz, Brand Script Generator, or a couple of other names that came to my mind. Again, there are lots of apps that can do this. The prompt I'm going to use is generate a catchy slogan for a new product called Kingfisher. It's only in square brackets or parentheses for convenience. You don't need those square brackets in the actual prompt. In the beer industry, describe its unique selling points and target audience as smooth and crisp flavor and young professionals, respectively. So let's see what copy.ai can do with this. So I had done this earlier, so to save us time. Generate, I typed the same prompt here. And what it came back with is the script here. Kingfisher is the go-to beer for young professionals who appreciate the finer things in life. With its smooth and crisp flavor, Kingfisher offers a refreshing drinking experience that is sure to impress even the most discerning of beer drinkers. If you're a copywriter, if you're in the business of doing, creating this type of marketing messages, AI is a very good friend for you. You can you can increase your productivity significantly by using AI. And it's quite nicely done. You can tweak it to your specific needs. So why settle for ordinary beer when you can have Kingfisher, etc. It's very nicely written in my view. Can we create a website using AI? This is an activity that some or several of us have tried to do either on our own or paid somebody to do it. And when you work with people to work with a company or somebody to do it, they come back with the sample website, then you don't like something, then the back and forth process takes quite a bit of time. You can use ChatGPT or Code GPT, SEO GPT, etc. to create this website. I'm just creating one page. Create a beautiful landing page for luxurywatchrole.com using HTML and CSS. And I would type exactly those commands into. I can do it in real time too, but this is what will happen. Let me actually do it in real time. Create a new chat. And type this in here, and it will. So to make a website go live, you do need a domain name registered with one of the, like a GoDaddy or Google, and then you should be able to upload this information to that website, to that domain, and you'll have a website. It says insert these 3 pictures, which I have done. Give me a second. And so give me a couple more steps. Give me a second. I just copied the code that I got from ChatGPT. It'll allow you to copy the entire code from here, copy code. It's an HTML page, and there's a CSS page. So what I did was copied those into two files. Prolay.html and style.css. And then I had 3 images here. And now when I click on this, it says home, collections, about us, contact. I needed more images here to fill this page, but you get an idea of what it can do. So this can go live if you have a domain. So it can create a website. You can make changes. You can ask AI to make GPT to make the changes that you're looking for, and it'll go ahead and make those changes. Another activity that we all have had to do at different parts of our corporate lives or business lives is write a follow-up to a meeting. A lot of times we put that away, we put that off because it takes time to write a follow-up email and so on. It has to be personalized. ChatGPT can help, AI Mailer, Super Reply, or some other apps that come to my mind. The prompt I'm going to be using here is write a personalized follow-up email after a sales meeting, incorporating the following information. The person I met with, Mr. John King, company name King and Perry, the date of the meeting, the topic of the meeting, implement AI in your business was the topic of discussion, and my name, and keep the email 4 to 6 sentences long. So when you do that, I type this thing here, and this is what it came back with. Do that in real time as well, just so you know, you get a feel for how long it actually takes. Give a subject, a salutation. I wrote a pretty good letter. I'll be reaching out to you shortly to schedule follow-up. Thank you for considering the potential of AI for your business, etc. Very, very nicely written letter. You can tweak it if needed, but in most cases, you can copy and send this out.
Raja, are these all available in free versions or?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
I'm using only the free version. I will show you the paid version and what the difference is. Right now, I'm only using. I've not paid any money for any of the things I'm showing. Okay. So a lot of times, we come up with a new business idea and we want somebody to validate it. Oh, can I talk to somebody about this business idea? Is this a good idea? What should I do? How should I go about it? And so on. I want to start a consultant placement business in the IT industry, or I want to start an Asian specialty food business specializing in low-calorie, gluten-free diets, etc. So let's say I want to start an IT consultant placement business. The tool I'm going to use is called validator.ai. This is one of the tools available for validating new businesses. I'll show you again at the end how to find these tools. Validator.ai, this one. It takes a couple of minutes they say it takes 20 seconds, but I think it takes more like a minute. So I typed in here validator.ai, validatorai.com. So for most of these sites, even though it is free, they will ask you to create a login. So I have created a login. All it takes is, it will say login using Google Mail, Google or Apple or whatever, or Facebook. You can use any one of them, and all you have to do is click on create a login, and it takes care of the rest. I usually say use Google for creating a login, and it creates a login. We actually do it. So what I did was I want to start an IT consulting business, consultant placement business. And it came back with, this you can do in real time. It is, you can type it in the home page of this website, validatorai.com. You can type your business idea. It will come back and give you feedback on that business idea. Important things to consider this business: market saturation, challenge finding qualified consultants, managing client expectations, changing technology landscape. So you need to keep finding people who are trained on new technology. Your business is dependent on clients' needs, legal and contractual issues, reputation management, pricing and profitability, geographical limitations, and so on. So it gave so many important things for you to consider before you started the business. It's a good checklist of things that you need to ask yourself for this business. I find this very useful. And it also generates an elevator pitch. It gives more feedback on this business. Conduct market research, find the target audience, etc. It also gives you a very good elevator pitch. My name is so-and-so. I'm passionate about connecting businesses with highly skilled IT consultants, and so on. Again, you can tweak it. You can ask it to cut this short and give me 2 sentences instead of 4 or 5 that it has given. But you get the idea. You always need a good elevator pitch. So you run into somebody, you need to be able to tell them what it is that you're doing. Okay. Anita, I saw your window disappear. Are you still there?
Yes, I am still here. Somebody else was on with us.
Oh, okay, sorry. I saw some window disappear from my top right side, so I didn't know what happened. So that's a very useful tool, validator.ai, to validate new businesses. It has a bunch of questions that opens your mind to, have I thought of all these things? If you're a copywriter or in marketing, you always had to do press releases. And the tool I'm going to use here for the press release is copy.ai. The prompt, I'm going to, like I said before, prompt writing is important. The more information you can put in a prompt, the better the result will be. And again, it's not a one shot, do it in one shot, but you can ask it to tweak it if you don't like the result. Generate a press release for a product launch, including a catchy headline, a brief introduction, key features, and the closing statement. The product information, the company name is Toyota, the product name is Mirai, sedan, US unique selling points, hydrogen powered, green, launch date, price, and the contact information. So if I take this and paste it into copy.ai, sorry, give me a second. All my chats go. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Toyota introduced, this is what it came back with. Toyota introduces the revolutionary Mirai sedan. Again, for this, you have to create a login. All I did was give them my Google Mail, and it created a free plan. Toyota is proud to announce it answered all my requirements. It gave me an opening tagline. Talks about the key features. Remember, I didn't give any of these key features. I just said it's green and hydrogen powered. It came back to me with all these: nice design, advanced technology, comfortable interior, and you can fill in the price. You put the launch date and where you get more information. And we are excited to bring this revolutionary vehicle and look forward to hearing from you. So it's a very, I would say, comprehensive press release that can be used as is with some minor modifications. So you can use Chat GPT, DocuDo, Copy.ai, etc., to create lengthy documents as well. People who have developed products have had to create user manuals for them. So the prompt, so this is an exercise to create a user manual. Let's see what ChatGPT can, how it can help. Generate a user manual for, we'll put the product name there. Doesn't have to be in brackets. It's just there to help the user to fill out this information by describing how to set up, use, and troubleshoot the key features in a single step-by-step format. So I'm going to use this in ChatGPT. So what I typed in here on the top as a prompt, you type the prompt here in this bar: generate a user manual for an audio tuner amplifier by describing how to set up, use, and troubleshoot the key features in a simple step-by-step format. You can copy and paste here again. It gave me a pretty good user manual, gave me a table of contents. On the cover page, you can put the model number, picture of the device, and so on. Even a pretty exhaustive table of contents. What's in the package, you can modify it as needed. Obviously, safety instructions, where to place it, well-ventilated location for the amplifier. Select the source, adjust tone, volume and tone adjustments, AM/FM tuner, Bluetooth, equalizer presets, switch between different input modes, and it gave some placeholders for troubleshooting, maintenance, specification, warranty, and so on. So this is the outline. It's just pretty well written. You have to obviously add more information for the specific model of the tuner amplifier that this was to be a user manual for. But it gets you started, hit the ground running, so to speak. Another application for ChatGPT or Bard is for creating a contract or reviewing an existing contract. We all have we have received contracts for various things at different times in our lives, but we always had to go back to an attorney to get an attorney review the contract. It takes time, effort, money, and so on. So this is a statement on the top left. This is from the American Bar Association. It said contract review. This is to their members who are the attorneys and lawyers. ChatGPT can assist lawyers in reviewing and summarizing large number of contracts, highlighting key clauses and potential issues. Can assist lawyers in drafting legal briefs and memorandums by suggesting language and arguments based on similar cases. So this is the American Bar Association telling their members to use ChatGPT for some of these applications. The good thing is we can also use them, we meaning non-bar members. So I tried to use that. I can show you two things. One is creating the contract, and if you have a contract, you can upload it and it will review the contract for you and highlight what are the potential things to watch out for. Now, obviously, it doesn't replace going to an attorney for a review. It gives you a good set of questions to ask or think about, etc. Create an employment contract between Raja Natarajan, consultant, and Motorola Inc. Length of engagement is 11 months, pay is 100,000. Start date is September 1, 2023. So if I take this and go to So it's creating an employment contract. This contract entered into between me, the consultant, and the company, etc. It uses what the language that we would typically find in an actual legal document. Term of single position, the term of engagement, scope of services, compensation, payment on completion of the assignment, confidentiality. I'm an independent contractor, not an employee of the company. They can terminate a written notice of 30 days. Governing law, you put in the state or jurisdiction, and the witness and signature. So it's a pretty complete contract. And if you have an existing contract, you can just copy and paste it into here and say, review a contract. Let me see if I have one that I can share. I was looking for, I didn't have a contract that I could put out there. But if you do have a contract, what you can do is just put it here and say, please review this contract and tell me this points to watch out for. And it'll do that. Okay. I do want to leave a few minutes at the end for questions. So the next one is creating a video. A lot of times we wish we could have created a video for something, but it's too daunting a task to do that. It takes hours, it takes lots of editing and so on. But AI can help us here. If you write a few sentences about the video and use this tool, there are a few others that I have started using as well. This is one of them. I'll show you the others in a minute. Designs.ai. Designs.ai. Give me a second. Oh, there. Too many windows open. You go to designs.ai, you can create a sign-in or you can try for free. I don't believe I have created a sign-in here. So from here, if you say video and it gives you, opens up this window. You can put a title. It gave me a sample script. I can replace this with something else. I can say healthy food and give a list of healthy food items or something like that. I'll just use this example. What's your choice of a good hand sanitizer, one that's infused with aloe vera, tea tree fragrance, etc. And we can say create a video. Let me see. And thanks for watching. That's fine. It may take a few seconds to make. English is fine. So the same tool I used, or they had an AI video that I used as part of this presentation.
Your choice of a good hand sanitizer. One that's infused with aloe vera, with tea tree fragrance, using 99% high-quality ethanol in its formula. Clinically proven to kill 99.9% bacteria. Gentle to the skin, soft on hand after use. Our hand sanitizer, the best choice.
So you get an idea of what it can do. Obviously, you can change the script. You can, the video will be as good or bad as the prompts you're providing it. So I've come to the end of all the demos I wanted to do. There's one other thing I want to show. I said I'll show you how to find these tools. One of the sites that has a bunch of AI tools, like a tools directory, there are other tool directories as well, is futurepedia.io. If you go to futurepedia.io, they'll have lots of AI-based tools. Let's say, depending on what you want to do, you can search for the right tool or a list of tools. I want to create a video from text. There are many, and some of them are free, and some of them have ratings. So this is free video highlight, video marketing. They want $90, $19 a month. Here there are more. Or let's say I want to create a resume with high probability of getting hired. Many tools. There's a tool for pretty much anything you want to do. And this is one of the directories that that collects these tools. They update very frequently, so on. I also wanted to show the Chat GPT, the paid version of the Chat GPT. Second.
You use the paid version, does that eliminate the limitation on the number of characters that can be input?
I'm not sure what number of characters you're referring to in terms of in the prompt.
I'm assuming so. There's a question or a comment, I guess, saying, I thought there was a limitation in the number of characters one can input in the free version of Chat GPT. And response, I've encountered character limits. How can you copy and paste a contract without hitting the character limits?
No, I have done that in the free version. I've not come across that, so I'm not sure what that limit is, because I've pasted, let's say I take this contract. Maybe
Okay,
there is a,
so you're not aware that there's a limitation?
Correct.
Okay. So here's a question. I have heard that AI can be used to transcribe audio recordings of speech. I am a
Yes.
speech language pathologist. What AI can be used for this?
Okay, good question. So let's see. Speech. I've not used these, by the way. I just wanted to find out what's available. Transcribe audio and video into text. Let's see what this one. Again, I have not personally used this, but this seems to be one candidate for such an application.
Okay. How to create artwork or design? I guess that might be design AI, right?
So the artwork, you can use OpenAI's, what is it called, DALL-E 2. This is, you have to buy the credits to use this, but it's $15 for, I forget how many, 150 credits or something like that. And you can play around with that as a starting point. You can also see what else is available. I would go to a directory or tools directory, create artwork, and it'll come back with many applications, many AI-based applications. Some are free, freemium, paid, and so on. The best way to see what works for you is, each one may work better for different kinds of art. So play around with them. And this is one way to find what tools are available in the Futurepedia directory. I'm sure there are other directories. This is one that I found gets updated very frequently. Does that answer the question?
I think so.
The most popular one is DALL-E 2. This is part of OpenAI, but that is definitely a paid service.
Can it troubleshoot a manufacturing item, I guess?
Say that again, I'm sorry.
Manufacturing, can I troubleshoot a manufacturing item, I guess?
Probably need more information for that question. Troubleshoot, trouble.
Okay, Jean Brown, could you please elaborate on your question? While we're waiting, one of the limitations of Chat GTP is that it data is only current through 9/21. Are there tools that are more current?
Yes, yes. So if you, let me see how to close this. Okay. This is where I like Bard a little more. You go to Bard, it also is very similar. For example, if I want to, I was playing with it earlier, if I want to find the best flights on Chat GPT, it will say, well, I don't have real-time information or current information. Let's try it on Chat GPT too. No. Give me just a second. I have too many windows open here. I say,
What do you mean by best? You mean cheapest?
yeah.
Maybe you should say cheapest then.
Okay, I will.
While you're waiting, I heard AI can help with coding. Is there any specific AI you can recommend?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. So there are many coding platform, coding AI. You just type coding, you'll get a whole bunch of them. Chat GPT can write code by itself. I showed you the example of creating a website that was coding. That was coding in HTML and CSS. It can write Python code. It can. Let me go to the paid version of it. They have done some things here. Writer. Here's an example. I'm not going to go through this whole thing, but I'll show you how. So I start with, can you write an iPhone app? Okay, it's clearly coding, right? Says I can, yes, I can do that. This is what you need. Okay, that's all good. So then can you write me an app in Python that will remind me to turn off my phone an hour before a designated time? It gave me some code that I can run on the phone. Then can you give me an app that gives me a motivational quote based on how I'm feeling? And here are all the different feelings I gave it. I did not give it came back with these modes. And this is all the prompt I gave it, and it came back with this code, which if I run, it'll ask, oh, how do you feel today? And then it'll ask me to do something or say something. So the short answer to your question is absolutely. You can use Chat GPT to write the code too.
Someone is mentioning for artwork, I recommend Midjourney for $10 a month.
Yes, I would agree. I have not done too much of artwork, but I've heard of that app. I believe my son uses it. He likes it a lot. Midjourney. That's one of the things I've heard. I cannot attest to it as a direct user, but I've heard people who have used it.
Okay, and it's also, she also mentions Bing being more current than Chat GPT. And it's also very good.
Say the last part again, sorry.
She mentioned Bing is
Yeah,
more
Bing.
current than Chat GPT and also
Yeah,
very
Bing.
good.
True. So let's see what happens if I say the same thing here in, where did my bar go? Sorry.
Also, Paula mentions Chat GPT is genius at generating hashtags for social media posts. I think that might be helpful to a few people.
Yes. I didn't know that.
So I think we're up at 1 o'clock, so we need to think about finishing up here.
Yep. And give me a second. Let me go get back to my slides.
Okay.
Too many windows open. Sorry. So we looked at many applications, many types of AI-based applications. So what I want to leave you all with are some thoughts. AI, may not be perfect. I would say it's not perfect, but let AI do the tedious parts of your job. And remember to write detailed and specific prompts. Use keywords that will help AI models understand what you're looking for. And play around with writing different prompts, see what kind of results you get. And very important to remember, it is conversational. You treat it as though you're talking to a human being, so to speak. It can correct itself, it can come back with better answers and so on. And I would say one of the last 2 points, always validate the output of AI. Do not use the output of AI as the answer. One of the limitations of AI is how it has been trained. So it will have its own bias. Even though it has been trained over many years, there'll always be a bias towards what it has been trained on. And what I also find is adding a human reviewer, adding human touches to the output of the AI makes it significantly better in terms of the accuracy and the relevance and everything. And finally, think of AI as your friend. It helps you be more creative, productive, and even acquire new skills. So thank you all for coming.
Mhm.
If you have any,
I just want to remind everybody that we are sending out a copy of the slides along with a link to the recording. So everyone who has asked, you will be receiving that.
And I'm available by email at any time. Cell phone, if you're going to call, send me a text before, so I know what is the call about. If you're not on my address book, I may not answer. So the email is probably the best way to contact me. You can reach out this email. Obviously, this will be part of the presentation and the slides you receive as well.
Well, I have to thank you. I see that many people have put their gratitude in the chat and are very happy with the presentation and grateful that you've spent the time to give us all this good information. So again, you'll get the recording and the slides. Feel free to contact Raja and go out there and play around with these tools. That's what I'm going to do.
Yep. Yeah, there's nothing like actually trying them out. You'll
That's right.
learn
Okay.
fast and learn a lot.
Okay, so thank you all and enjoy.